Hello, everyone. I'm Jesus, and welcome to the next episode of the Road to Old School MTG. So, two main things in this video. First, somewhat smaller package here of cards, old school cards that I'm going to open up, and I have a match that I played that was recorded by another streamer, and I asked for permission to react to it. Right, so I'll be playing his video and giving a play-by-play of our match. So this is, if anybody was ever curious about, like I've been buying all these cards, I've been mentioning I've been playing. Now there's actual video of a match that I was in. And so you guys can see how I did and so forth. So first of all, the package here is mainly black cards that I'm building towards a mono black X points deck. So I'm playing 3 formats in old school: traditional 93-94 old school, and also X points old school, which is also 93-94, but it has a set of cards that have point values assigned to them, and you can only have 10 points worth of those cards in your deck. So that's a way for to avoid everybody playing the same 20-30 OP cards and then all the decks being very similar to one another, right? So I've been playing a lot of that version in that format. And the third format is Alice. Alliance is Ice Age, but that's a totally different set of cards. So here is more for me to get that mono black deck, which is very strong in X points. I've played in X points and I've had a lot of very expensive cards. I had Moxes, Time Walk, stuff like that. And I was wrecked several times now by mono black decks that had super cheap cards. Probably $100, $200 max is the value of those decks, because everybody submits deck photos, right? And then later on, after the match, I can, once it's posted, I can see their full deck, right? And then when I count it up, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I lost to a deck that's so quote unquote cheap, but nonetheless, it's effective. It got the job done, and either whether I had cards that were worth thousands of dollars, they still managed to beat me handily, right? So, and it's been already a couple of times, at least 2 times, that I was beat 0-2. Like they won both games against me in mono black. So that got me interested in mono black. So I wanted to try my hand on it, especially considering it's so cheap. So I already have basically most of the deck already completed. I just wanted to try a couple different things here and there. So most of those cards are towards the cards here towards that, and then just also just filling out my collection for for future ones. Honestly, I also been looking heavily into Turbo Stasis. That's a deck that I've been wanting to play for super like decades, and it seems like a cool time to do it soon, because it depends on what format you which version you use. You can definitely play a more cheaper version of that, but there's also the more expensive version, which has Time Vaults, which are a very expensive card. So we'll see which way I go, but at least I'm buying the cheap stuff now. And and then as I feel inspired to, I'll buy the other components here and there, right? But there's no rush. That's just more of a long-term deck goal that I have. And like I said, the other part of the video is me giving the play-by-play of a match that was that was recently in. Okay, so first of all, let me share screen of the cards I should be getting in this package. The total is 34 cards. Was $39.85 with the sales tax $42.50. Right, for less than $43, I got 34 cards, and then we'll see which ones I got. Well, I bought, and then we'll open it up as well. So I bought 4 Animate Nets, Near Mint, Revised, I believe. Yeah, 4, right? Mono black. That's a very strong card, right? I don't intend to do 4, maybe 1 or 2, if at all. Depends on which deck I want to make. But it's a super strong card. It's worth having 4 of. Arena was more for I just really like the card, and like I just wanted to have the option. And I bought the actual old school one, right? Because there was a reprint, but it was only like $5, and then the real one is $10. So just might as well buy the real one. For Derelors, over here for Derelors, super cheap. Look, 28 cents each one for near mint. So it's like the cheaper version of Jusam Jin, right? It's a big creature for low casting cost, but it's smaller, and the drawback is worse, right? So it's definitely a way worse version of Jusam Jin, but it's cheap, right? And a lot of people, are not gonna spend $2,000 and upwards of that for just one Jusam Jin, right? So it's worth having these. At least I wanted to have the option. Breeding Pits, that's just a cool card. I wanted to have the option. Frozen Shade, I may actually put one, maybe more, but maybe one. Frozen Shade is, for normally it's not a great card, but in mono black, I'm liking the idea. I haven't personally seen Frozen Shade in any of the mono black decks I've seen, right? But I kind of like to tweak things to my taste anyway, right? I don't think I've ever just flat out copied a deck and then didn't make any tweaks to it. Even the ones that I seen have a good record, like, because when I try it out, I put it on Cockatrice, the online the magic program, and then I can make the deck digitally, and then I can do mock games. Just, like it's, it may be effective or whatnot, but it's just not me, right? So I intend to tweak things anyway, right? So I wanted to have that option. It seemed fine, a fine thing to have at my disposal. Kismet, once again, this is towards that feature stasis deck. Korma Spell, this is for mono black. A very interesting card. I was made aware of it while I was playing, testing my mono black deck against an opponent, and he just mentioned that card to me, like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I wanted to have at least, just a couple. I don't think you would want to have 4, but I wanted to have at least a couple. I'll probably eventually get all 4 anyway, just to, my OCD and have a full playset, especially since they're so cheap. Maybe the other 2 I may do revised or something, if it is available in revised. I gotta see, right? But $2.34 each in 4th edition, right? So, and lightly played, not even near mint. Scribe Sprites, just 3 of them. I have 1 in my personal collection. I'm really trying to do that nowadays. Trying to buy some, only enough to make a full playset if I already have some of that card in my old school collection, right? So the one scribe sprites that I have, scribe sprites. I have always called actually scribe sprites. We'll see. That card is actually partly like played condition. Yeah, definitely played. And then here I'm getting the near mint, right? So, but it's not so much that, I wanted to look all clean and crisp, which I kind of wanted to previously. But nowadays I'm kind of changing my mind. I'm kind of liking the bit worn out look, used look. Plus, it's, I think it's just a neat thing if I'm using some of the actual cards that I actually owned when I was a teenager in some of these old school decks now that I'm an adult, right? So whenever possible, I'm doing that. And then here, this is just swamps. I didn't have enough 93, 94 era swamps. I legit right now, I had to put a couple of Ice Age card swamps, right? So I just wanted to have over 20, right? So with this, it puts me at like 21 or something. So I think 7 of each version, right? So I just wanted to have more of them too, so that I could have a full mono black deck and not have to worry if I have enough swamps, right? So, and I'll probably end up doing the same thing with all the colors, having at least 20 of each basic land, if I ever wanted to do a mono colored deck for any color. And then same thing, same idea as the script sprites. I already have 2 Thunder Wolves. not in the best condition played, but once again, I'm trying to use some of the cards that I already have. So I already had 2, I'm just bought 2 more. So that's what I should be having here. Let's open it up. Let me put my overhead camera. All right. So it comes in this nice cardboard package. Here, there's the card, there's the receipt. And then they put a little tape on the plastic so it's not shaking around, which is a good touch. And the cardboard package has enough protection, so there's no extra added protection. All right, so a couple of the sellers had them in the 2 Turn Your Wolves. Nice. Ooh, they look clean. Wow, they look really pretty in Legends. The other 2 I have is like revised at 4th or something. So yeah, the black border is really nice against the white, especially. All right, yeah, it looks nice. So first, let me just compare the list to what I have opened up right here. Make sure I got all that I paid for. So going in order, let's see if I can skip to each one. 4 animate that 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Later on, I'll check if they're near mint and so forth. So 1 Arena, I saw it. There it is. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it already looks in nice condition. Nice. 1 Arena, then 4 Breeding Pit, 4 Derelors. I think I saw them. There they are. 4 Breeding Pits, 1, 2, 3, 4. I love that art. 4 Derelors. Both of them from Anson Maddox. He's my favorite Magic artist. Not just old school, just period. So I'm definitely on my to-do list is to get a artist proof. I have one for Amy Weber. I would love to have one from Anson Maddox. All right, so for Derelors, the Frozen Shades, I saw 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's correct. Kismet, 4 of them in total. There they are, 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 Corner Spell. They're there. Okay, 2 of them. I see them. 3 Script Sprites. 3. Nice. The 2 Turn Your Wolves, and then the 6 Swamps, 2 of each art. Yep, here they are. All right, so I got exactly what I ordered. Now to compare the condition. So animate deaths is supposed to be 4 revised and near mint. Yeah, they look like so. I still got to do something about my up close camera. So that's fine. Oops. Let's see. So what's next? Arena. Near mint. Once I saw it, it already looked near mint. Yep. Beautiful. Breeding Pit, near mint from Falling Empires. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a little. Yeah, one of them is slightly played, but close enough. 4 Derelors near mint. I can already tell one is light played, has a little nick there on both ends. Yeah, yeah, some of these are little nicks here. It's definitely light played. 2 light played, 2 near mint, whatever. Frozen Shade near mint. 4 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every now and then you got to double check on the revise. Maybe you got a unlimited by accident. So look near mint. For Kismet 4th edition, near mint. Yeah, so you don't just like, ooh, this has a bit of a nick there. So 3 near mint, 1 light played. Well, which is still fine, it's cheap. Comer Spell, 2 light played, where are they? From 4th edition. They look great. Yeah, light plate. This one looks near mint, and then this one is barely light plate. It's like it's close to near mint as well. So honestly, very happy. I got in way better condition than described. 3 script sprites near mint. Where are they? Right here. Revised. 1, 2, 3 from the great Amy Weber. Yeah, near mint. 2 Thunder Wolves near mint. These cards look so great. All right, so then I guess I'll take them out. Either way, I got to take them out of the once I. These actually do want to use the Thunder Wolves as good weenies. So yeah, oof. I might just bite the bullet and get all 4. In Legends, it looks the art is so great. You know, just the whole thing, the whole presentation is really solid. I really like that. I have all the Legends. I'm pretty sure I have all the Legends cards. Gotta double check. But yeah, something about the white with that black border, and you know, just the art itself is also very white, right? So just looks really cool. All right, and then the 4, yeah, the 4 lands, they look near mint to me. I never understood why these 2, as opposed to, well, this land as opposed to these 2, the border, look at it, it's so much darker. I thought maybe I was given like unlimited by accident, but no, they're revised. They're all supposed to be, oh no, these 2 are supposed to be light plate, and then yep, I just saw Nick's, so it's accurate, and then these are near mint. Okay, so it's accurate. Any differences are minor and on a cheap card, so not worth complaining about, right? So the arena is $10, so that would have been a bigger deal. Anime dids are almost $5 each. Well, depending which one you get, right? Different sellers have different prices. All right, so happy with the cards. I'll put them in my collection a little later. Now let's go to the video. All right, so I'll put a link definitely in the description of this video. I guess I'll put the audio with it too. Hopefully it comes out all right. But I'll try to pause and then talk and not talk while the video's playing, just in case there's any discrepancy with the audio from myself and the video, because I got to share screen while I do this, right? So it's not optimum to do it this way, but that's the way I got to do it. Right, Stephen Halford, I believe. This is his Twitch, I believe, Slights 21. And I've previously had seen other stuff from him, so it was pretty cool to play against him. Cool guy. All right, so that's me over here. So this whole entire setup is from him, right? So all credit to him. He really knows what he's doing. I gotta up my game to match this. And he has so there's 3 different cameras, like the board, face, well, which I have, but he has them all at the same time. And then he has another camera, which I believe is his phone. As he draws the cards, he shows the peak of what it is, right? So that's a cool idea. All right, so let's start the video. I've never done an old school. I'm pretty new to old school in general. Like 3 months, I think I've been playing. So
3 months?
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, I totally gave up on standard. It's getting old.
Did you play when you were a kid?
Oh yeah, I started in revised.
Oh, fantastic! So you're into it.
Yeah. So this is just some getting to know each other. So I guess I'll skip some of this. All right. So we cut the decks. I believe we may have drawn already, but the game is starting. Yeah, I'll keep as well. So start it up. 2, 3, 5, 7. Library pass. So I first of all, I forgot what deck I'm playing. Like I'm doing so many things. Well, whatever. We'll see. Library of Alexandria. I totally forgot what deck I'm playing. Well, as I see more cards, I'll be reminded what I did. But that's a super first turn for me. 6 cards.
Swamp pass.
Oh yeah, he's playing mono black. Or at least I'm pretty sure he is. I know at least it's heavily black, but I'm pretty sure it's like strictly mono black. So this is one of the few times I actually won against mono black. But it depends which deck, it has just so happens the deck I played against when I lost, it didn't favor them, right? So this deck that I have, I did spoilers, I won both games in this video. Draw 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 7. Draw another. Crap. Sorry. You did not see that.
I actually didn't see it.
Okay. Well, in the video you can see it again. Lano or else pass.
Seems good.
So I had 6 cards before my turn. I drew into the 7th, and then that made me be able to tap the library. Right, so that library is nuts. It's a lot of people hate it. I read a lot about it. I played against it. It's a ridiculous card. All right. 6 cards in it.
Swamp. I'm gonna sinkhole your library.
Yep, good call. Right, so I said good call. Yep, you got to kill that thing ASAP or do something to my hand, right? So that way I don't have 7 cards anymore and I can't use it for card draw. Right, you done?
Yeah, I'll pass the turn.
All right, cool. Untap, draw. So there he's showing taking a peek at his hand, right? So pretty cool idea from Steven. 1, 2. So I dropped a Tundra and a Ruby. Or no. 4 cards pass.
Ooh.
So Ernum, so it seems like some kind of a Ernum deck. Here I'm telling him that his hand is visible a little bit. So I try not to peek at it. I just noticed, that it was visible and I just let him know. So it's happened with a couple other opponents, right? So my setup here, I definitely try to consider that so I don't accidentally reveal my hand while we're playing online. Over your hand, I think you can see that a little bit.
Nope, sorry.
Yeah.
Factory?
Oh, nice. Oh, I remember. This is not Ernamageddon, it's Ernamanice. So yeah, I'm pretty sure this is Ernamanice, which is a variation of Ernamageddon. Armageddon destroys all the lands, right? And then I have other cards to still continue getting mana. What is this? Ornament Ice, you use Ice Storm to pinpoint certain lands, right? So usually it's not meant to destroy all lands. This deck is meant to just disrupt the opponent enough, and usually take away the kind of lands that will kill your creature, right? So white and black especially. But he's doing all black, right? So that's not the best option there. But actually, my version of again, I believe this is the 4 strip mine version. Yeah. So in this version, it's actually a land kill deck. I aim to kill all the lands, or at least most of the lands. When this deck, I really like this deck, so I'm happy with it in general, right? So I went 3 and 3, I think, right? So for the most part, I'm going 3 and 3, right? Like it's a middle of the road, which is not so bad considering I've just been playing for a few months. But it's a fun deck, and when it did get going, like I either won or when I did lose, it was a close loss, right? So, but when I didn't get those land destruction, and then I lost handily, right? So it has potential. I'm looking to tweak it to make it better, right? As opposed to some other decks that I made, like there's no hope. Like I'm like abandoning certain ones, and just instead of tinkering certain ones, I just feel like just the whole concept is not good. This one I like, so I may still play it a tweaked version in the future.
Let's tear the Urnum.
Yep, got it.
Pass turn.
All right. Draw 5 cards. So he's destroyed one of my lands, the Library of Alexandria. So I still haven't destroyed any of his. I have 3. He has 3 lands so far. Green, yeah. Green, that 4. Ifrit. Drop a strip mine, strip the Mishras.
You got it.
3 cards in hand, pass. So this is a version of this is a format that allowed for 4 strip mines, right? So I have 4 strip mines for Ice Storms, and I have Recall, Regrowth. So I have ways to get those cards back, which lets me do more land kill, right? So that's the idea. I only have 8 actual. Oh, and of course, Chaos Orb. Most of the time I end up using it as a land kill also.
I have 4 cards in hand. I'll play a strip.
Ooh.
I'm gonna tear your Urnum.
The Ifbif. Okay.
Oh, Ithbith. I'm sorry.
Oh no, yeah, close enough.
They all hurt the same to me. I will pass the turn.
All right. That draw. That's my 4th. Yeah.
It's up just a little bit.
I'll attack for 1.
I will take 1.
All right. Here you can't see it because Steven kind of cropped the image, but I have my phone there with a Magic Life Counter app. I only have my side visible, just because I only want to, I want them to focus on what I have. The opponent, they keep the track of their own life, but it has 2 sides, so I still keep track of their side of their life as well, just to make sure it's even with what they say they claim, right? Plus I don't have to keep asking, right? Like I already know, like, oh, okay, that's their life. But for my side, it's only visible my life in camera. But like I said, it's cropped, but normally you can see my life at all times. At least the opponent can see my life. 1, 2, 3. Green. Ice Storm a swamp. 1 land kill. I'll drop a. Oh no, 2 land kills, because I also strip mine. Savannah tap. Mana Vault. 1 card in hand pass. So I've done 2 land kills so far.
Play a swamp.
I will say something when he drops a line.
One card in hand.
Yep.
I'm gonna strip your Tundra.
Right.
I will pass the turn.
1 card. So I like that habit of after I'm done, I put my hand face down on the board to the side, just so the opponent always sees how many cards I have in hand when it's their turn, right? And then they're the player has most of the actions going on. Now that I think about it, I don't know if other players have done that. What I've seen actually is some players like they get in the habit of telling you every turn, or like, but in general, it's perfectly fine to ask, like, oh, how many cards you have again? What's your life? But me personally, I like to, try to keep track of that, or at least me personally, them not having to ask me. I'm proactive, right? So that's why I'm doing that. Yeah, but it's not a rule or anything. It's just for me. I feel it's a good idea, common courtesy to do that. Tropical Island. Attack for 1.
Take 1.
1 card in hand, pass.
Draw. Pass the turn.
How many? And so, and he killed one of his own lands, the strip mine, right? I forgot, the strip mine make a colorless mana? Maybe. Well, either way, he used it to kill one of my lands, so I kind of played into my hands there. But I've only personally just killed 2 of his lands. But that's enough. He only has 2, so he can cast my, I mean, black is known more for the winnie stuff anyway. But his hand seems like he has more higher casting cost stuff, so it's preventing him from casting some of those cards. How many cards in hand do you have?
5.
Oh, shit. All right, draw my card. 2. Good. Yeah. Attack for 1.
If I die by this thing, man, I'm gonna be pissed.
It's getting there. 1 card in hand, pass.
6 cards in hand, pass.
So he does do it as well, right? You see his. So I guess he was doing. I just didn't remember that he did. But okay, then probably a couple of others have done, right? But in general, I would say most do not, but others do it in other ways. I've seen like some of them have a dice that they keep to the side, and it tells the opponent how many cards in hand they have. So I've been thinking about doing it that way too, right? Because putting down the cards there, and then I have to bring it back up, right? So it's kind of like a bit, like if I want to react to something, I got to look at it, my cards all the time. Like, if I had it ready, visible, I could say, okay, I'm not reacting to it, right? I'm not 100% sure. I got to double check, and then, got to keep going back and forth, right? So it's kind of tedious there. So I might go for that route or something similar. But for now, I'm okay with doing it this way, dropping my hand face down. All right, on that, my draw. Yep, attack for 1. Here I have my new computer monitor light on. You can tell it's a little brighter up here than down there, down at the bottom. But the cards are nice and visible. So it's working out good. It's better, and this is perfectly fine, right? So no complaints. I think mainly I gotta get a better camera. That'll make it better, right? But in terms of the lighting, it's good, right? Not great. I think Steven's is better. You see, the whole thing is evenly colored, right? There's no lighter areas, right? So Mine still can be better, but it's getting the job done, and it is better from before. 3, yeah. Serendip. Pass.
At the end of your turn, I'll terror him.
So that's the 3/4. The other one was if it has the same art, but this one is the misprint. It's a blue card actually, but the real blue one costs like 200 more or more. Yeah, probably more. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sticking with the reprint for now. Damn, nice. All right.
Six cards in hand, pass.
Draw. Attack for 1.
15.
Ice Storm, Swamp.
You got it.
Ooh. Yeah, Swamp. 1 card in hand, pass.
Ooh. Maze of Ith, pass.
Ooh.
Yeah, fuck you, elf.
Bit of a waste to be on an elf, though. It doesn't make mana, right? Maze of Ith?
No, it's not.
Okay, only for the thing, yeah. Well, no point attacking, pass. 1 card in hand. Ooh.
7 cards, pass.
He just got a him. He could have him me, but I only have 1 card, right? But he can't because he only has 1 black mana at the moment, at least. Ooh, all right. 1 card draw. Strip the mace.
Ooh. You got it.
There's pass. I attack 1 for 1. Right. So now you see he only has one land. So it's right here is working the deck as intended. It's meant to, as much as possible, get rid of all the lands, or at least cripple the mana so much that he can barely cast anything. 1 card in hand, pass.
Swamp.
And you pass? Or?
Him to Turok.
Oh shit. Alright. Yeah, I can't do it. Disenchant.
Yep.
My hand. Right?
Pass.
Untap, draw.
I like.
So here, I couldn't do anything anyway. Like, he has no artifacts. So that card was a dead card. So he him something that was useless to me. But that was luck.
That we're both playing off the top of our deck now.
Yeah. Attack for 1. That thing has done 6 damage. 7 library, pass. Ooh, 7. Great card.
Cards in hand?
0. I dropped the 7 right now, so that's what I drew.
Black Vice.
Ooh.
6 cards in hand. Pass.
So here I was not familiar with the card, like, at least off the top of my head. I thought that was the one that if you have below 3 cards, you start taking damage. But this is the one, if you have over 4 cards, you start taking damage. So it didn't affect me in this game. Right, on tap. So that's 3 damage, is it?
Yeah, anything over 4.
Right, over 4 or under 4?
Over 4.
Okay, so I take no damage.
No, you don't take any damage.
Okay. It's
the rack is under 3.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I keep on getting the screws. All right, lucky me. My draw.
Yep.
Oh shit, forgot 7 library 3, 2, 3. Okay, that's a lot better. Yeah, just draw the 1. So here, what I do is I draw 3, and then I put all, I mix them up the way I want them, and then I put all 3 back, and then I draw again. Technically, that's incorrect from reading the card. You're supposed to put 2 back as opposed to putting all 3 and then drawing again. So a minor thing, doesn't change much, but like he got confused by what I did there. So it's a habit I got to get out of. Technically, I'm doing that play incorrectly.
Did you draw 2 or 1?
One.
One. Okay.
Yeah, I put 2 back. Yeah, I'm just doing a lot of math here. 3, 4. So this is the reason why I have the mana vault. There's some cards that recall, Brain Geyser, X points, X casting cost cards that have a lot of value, and a lot of mana is needed for those. And here it is. Yeah, just go for it. 5, 6. I'll take a damage. 7, 8. Brain Geyser for 8. Myself.
You got it.
So my Brain Geyser, I freaking drew 8 cards. That's nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I did not drop a land. Yeah. Take another damage. 18 for a green. 3, 6 cards pass. So I'm at 18. I took damage from City of Brasses, so I haven't taken any damage. I am sensing I'm not aggressive at all with the Sylvan Library. Like, it's, unless you draw extra cards, it has very little value. Like, initially it does, but then after that first turn is like not much value, right? There's still value to it, but it has more value if you draw those, pay the life for it, right? But this deck is actually supposed to. I have Divine Offerings in it because the Ice Storms, Strip Mines get rid of the lands, but I also have to think about artifacts, right? Which tend to produce a lot of mana, right? So this deck does have Divine Offerings, which would activate the Sylvan Library, right? But even without it, I should have already drawn anyway. So, and that's not just in this game, right? In general, when I've used Sylvan Library, I need to be more. I feel like I need to be more aggressive. So 7 cards.
Swamp. A turn too late, but nevertheless. Underworld Dreams, pass.
Oh yeah. Okay, so if you had that on the one turn before, I may have thought twice about the Brain Geyser, but I may have probably just done it anyway because 8 cards is just, or may Brain Geyser myself for less. Who knows, right? But I got lucky that I did that before he cast his thing. Untap. Let me think if I'm going to untap my Mana Vault or not. So the Mana Vault does damage to you.
You took a point of damage for Vice?
So yeah, I have 6 cards right now, so that's 2 points. Correct?
Yeah, 2 points.
And I'm just thinking if, wait, is it during the untap? Let's see. Icon is drawing. Okay. Doing your upkeep. All right. So I'm still thinking about. Yeah, I'll probably pay. 2, 3, 4. I paid to untap it. Right. So now my regular Sylvan Library draw 3.
So you're drawing 3. Does that mean you take 3 points of damage from Underworld Dreams?
Yeah, you're right. Yep. So this happened in another game, so that's how I know the rules, right? Because wasn't sure. So Library says draw. So, and Underworld Dream says if your opponent draws, they take damage per each card drawn. So I took, that cost me 3 life right there. Because I draw 3, even if I put the 2 back, right? Like Sylvan Library is supposed to do, I still drew it initially. So that's 3 points of damage. So that mistake cost me 3 points right there. Especially since I had so many cards drawn, I don't need to do that. But I had already looked at the cards, so at the moment I thought it was unfair if I didn't take the damage. I looked at it already. I'll take it.
I don't know if that's the case. I'm just.
No, it is. I forgot about the Underworld Dreams. Because this counts as drawing.
Okay.
It does count. Even though I put it back, it's still consider draw.
Okay.
So, all right.
I honestly wasn't sure, so I'm glad you know.
Yeah, no, got you now. Let me double check what I got here.
This cameraman's killing me.
3. Okay, I know what to do. So 3. Yeah. So I'll take the 2. I'll draw the 1. So I think that's another one. I'm pretty sure. Because yeah, the same situation happened to me before. Not the first time. Tundra. So I gotta get my discard down to, yeah. Tap. Disenchant the underworld. Right, so I probably already had that disenchant in my hand from when I drew the 8 cards. So, that was just a needless 3 points right there. But I was so far, it didn't cost me, but it could have cost me being that careless. And it has costed me previously. 1, 2, take a damage, another one. I storm a swamp.
Okay.
So that's actually a component of this deck, as a lot of card draw, which leads me to more land kill. So that's why I tend to, it's a real possibility for the opponent to be at 1, maybe 0 lands, because if I just drew them normally, like probably they will outpace, right? Because they probably have more lands than I have. I only have technically 8 land kill cards. But with the draw mechanics that I have here, through that Ancestral Recall, Summon Library, I can draw more cards, and then I can then outpace them doing their normal land drops, right? So that's a component of this deck that I chose to add. I got 4 cards in hand pass.
Swamp.
Mm-hmm.
Underworld Dreams.
All right.
Pass.
All right. So I don't take a damage from the thing. I have exactly 4 cards. I will not do the Sylvan. I'll just get my regular draw. That's 1 damage. All right. So there, I learned my lesson. I didn't activate the Sylvan at all. I just drew. But then I did take that damage, I should have been very careful in the order I stacked up the cards that I did put back that first time, because I know I'm not going to be using the Sylvan Library again until I destroy the Underworld Dreams. I did destroy it, but I can just put another one. Now I got to destroy this other one. But I'm so far ahead with both life and resources, everything, right? Like, honestly, I should have blown him away, like, after I drew those 8 cards, and I didn't. So that's something I'm looking to improve in this deck. I don't think it has enough finishers. So I like it. It's like I said, I liked how it played. It did a good job, and it was a fun deck to play, at least for me. But there were points where I was just drawing, waiting for something good, and that shouldn't be the case, right? I should have more stuff handy sooner.
What's your life total?
11 right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I hope it's a little visible there. Yeah.
Oh, I can see it. All right.
Yeah. Okay. So, 1, 2, 4. I will divine offering the artifact. I'll gain 1 life. Just destroy. So there it is, right? So normally I would want to, divine offering other things, right? Flower Stone, right? Well, I mean, I would definitely divine offering a Mox, right? Because it's basically a land in artifact form. But maybe like Ice Manipulator, something that gives me more life as well, just to feed into the Sylvan Library, right? So I do want to be more aggressive with it. The deck is designed to be more aggressive with it. But initially, when I was at 20 life, I should have just at least paid 4 to draw that one extra, maybe even 8. Right, so I still could have been more aggressive.
Black Vice.
Yeah, this only for artifacts. Yeah.
All right.
And I gain for the casting cost is 1, correct?
Correct, 1.
Yep. So I'm up to 12. I still have 2 more mana. I will disenchant the Underworld.
How are you doing that?
These 2 was for the first one, and then this one. So Tundra and now Savannah provides the other white.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I lumped them all together, but I just tapped 4 lands and then did 2 spells, right? So that was my mistake. I should pay as I cast them, so there's less confusion. I was doing those 2 spells. Yeah. So that's the white. I will attack for 2.
I'll take 2.
All right, shoot my life thing, Okay. All right. And now 1. Yeah. And this is the green. Yep. 3, 4. Earn them.
Yep.
2 cards in hand pass. Yeah, that 4th land.
Swamp.
Ooh.
Well, it's him to Turok you.
Let me see. Hug. All right. Yeah, you got it. Recall and swords.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm gonna take this in the face next turn. Pass a turn.
All right. On tap, I will pay the 4. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So usually I have enough to pay it, to untap it, so I don't get the damage, and still cast other stuff, right? So it hasn't hurt me too much. Usually the benefit outweighs, right? And then when I do get, you see, I had another recall. I just needed to draw more cards so I could pitch them to get the ones I needed, right? So it was about to be very useful for that. But him to target it. So on taps, I don't take a damage. Sylvan, I'll do the 3. So I destroyed the Underworld, so now it's safe to do the 7 again. Okay. I will pay 4 life. 1, 2, 3, 4 to draw that extra card.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Attack for 4 only.
I'm at 5.
I have you at 7.
Sure. Elves?
Yeah, so this is one of those cases where me keeping track of the life came in handy. So he said he was at 2 life lower than I had him. After rewatching the video, I was correct. He thought I had attacked with them either last turn or the turn before, but I actually used the elves for mana, but they were tapped. So he thought, since I was attacking with them every turn, he thought I was doing that again. So it was just, a simple mistake. But I was trying to, like let him know, hey, this is what I have though, but in the end, the other players, they're the one in charge of their life total, keeping track of their own life. So he said it was fine. I didn't attack.
Elves last turn, I think.
I'm sure I did not attack. Or I mean,
I'll check the video later. It doesn't bother me.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine being at 5.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're in charge of your own life. I'm sure you know better than me. All right. So that went through. I will using a blue time walk.
You got it. Yeah, that's it, man. You got it.
You got it. All right. And then I just dropped another Erno. Since I thought he was a higher life, I think it was a 7. So that's 4, 5, 6. I would have only, with that extra time walk, I would have only attacked for 6. So he still would have been a 1. So that's why I didn't attack with the elves, because I needed the mana so I could cast that second Urna. But he said it was lower. So then I could have just attacked with the elf and then just regular time walk, right? So, but that's that discrepancy right there. All right, so I won that one pretty handily. He didn't get to do much because of the land kill.
All right, game 2 after this.
So we sideboarded.
Cam, so you can see what I have in my hand.
Yeah, right. So this is standard. We cut the deck into 3 piles, maybe more. And then the opponent gets to pick what goes over. And then I like to put dice over it. Let's see if I do that.
As I'm playing?
Okay, I might be doing it here. Let's see. Before I suck the shuffling, I'm decent.
Middle up top for me. 1, 2, 3.
Yep. 1, 2, 3.
2 on top.
All right. 2 on top. All right. You said you're gonna go.
Did you want 2 on top also?
Yeah, 2 on top. Yeah.
All right.
Right, so he does the same thing. Dice. So he lost, so he gets to decide if he goes first or second. He's going first.
Oh, I almost shuffled. Spicy. I'm gonna keep.
I'll keep as well. So you said you're gonna go. Yeah, go.
Swamp. Pass.
All right. My draw. Tropical.
Seems good.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Mox is good.
Yep. Jet. Pass. 6 cards.
Swamp. Sinkhole your trop. Pass turn.
Before as a ancestral.
Target.
Myself.
Okay, just checking.
1, 2. So it's still your turn.
Yeah.
That was in response. So I got no more blue. All right. So now my turn.
Yep.
Draw.
So here I'm gonna have too many cards and not enough to do. So I'm gonna have to discard a really important card. But it was worth it because he land killed me. I had no lands, right? So I needed to draw more cards to make sure I was gonna make consistent land drops coming up, or get more elves and stuff like that. Plus, I felt I have regrowth, recall, so I still have the potential of, drawing that card that I discard back.
Yeah. Strip one of your 3, 4, 5. Oh shit! I got 8 cards. I got to.
So that's why. So it's because if I had dropped the land and then cast something, like an elf or something, whatever, I would have not have to discard. But I dropped the strip mine because I'm like fearful of them getting more than 2. Like at whatever cost, usually I will opt 9 times out of 10 to stunt my progression if it means stunting theirs as well. Right? Because I know my deck can recover quickly from stuff like this, right? It's designed to. But it's worth it more for me to, stunt myself a little bit if it means they don't get 3 lands, 4 lands. They consistently stay at 1 and 2. At least I try to keep them at that for as long as possible.
Discard. Crap. Okay. Brain Geyser. Oh shit.
What?
Oh, yeah. No, thought I discarded it.
There it is. Yep. I discarded it.
Strip pass.
My 1 draw. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could have used it.
Nice touch. You can see his
pass.
cards.
7 cards.
If I was him, I would have stripped my city.
City. I'll take one. I'll strip your, or I'll sinkhole your city.
Oh, no, I can't do anything. Yeah, you got it.
I will pass.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking if I had a disenchant or a swords to plus your heart, those are the only instance. I already did the ancestral recall, but then I remember, yeah, he has no artifacts, no creatures. I'm like, yeah, I can't react to it anymore.
Draw.
Now he's keeping me, so his deck by default, since black traditionally has sinkholes in them, and he may have also have 4 strip mines, right? So it's like it's also his is also a land kill deck by default, kind of, at least land disruption.
Okay. My own strip mine, I will strip your swamp. 7 cards, pass.
See, once again, I'm stunting my own. I'm sure I have 7 cards. I must have had another kind of land, but whatever I can to get him from having mana, I will most likely do that.
I will pass. Pass turn.
See, it works.
My draw. So
And then I get even more value from, because then they have to discard. So it's I got a 2-for-1. I destroyed a land and I took a card from their hand. Well, probably something they weren't going to cast for a long time anyway, right? But still, anything helps.
Savannah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Savannah?
6, 7 cards, pass. Shit, this thing keeps closing. Watch over your hand.
Oops, sorry. What'd you see?
Yeah.
Did you see anything fun?
No.
Black. I'll take 1.
Oh shit! All right.
Underworld Dreams.
3, 4. Yeah.
Pass the turn.
All right. I'll take 1 damage for 1 draw. Okay.
This is Tsunami.
Savannah, 2 white. Order.
Oh, okay.
I got lucky that instead of Tundras, I got Savannas because he could have wrecked me with that Tsunami. Because I have just as many Tundras as I have Savannas.
Cards pass.
I'm gonna take a damage. I'm gonna fireball that order for 1.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's what I thought you were having that city for. Nice.
I will pass the turn.
All right. That 1
Yeah, he should have definitely stripped mine.
draw, so 1 damage. Ooh, okay.
It's not encouraging.
I guess since he saw my library of Alexandria, he's probably holding it up for that. So I guess I can understand. But it's just 1 card is restricted, right? So I would have gone for the land kill the Savannah. But now I got 3 of them.
3 Savannas.
I normally like them. Soul, tap, 3, 4, earn them. Pass. 4 cards in hand.
That's a card. You took damage for the draw, right?
Yep. I'm at 18 right now. I've taken 2 damage.
Well, this is a card too.
Okay, you got this one.
I think I have to do this.
I think it's a stasis in his deck.
I will.
Oh, energy flux.
Dark Ritual for disc.
Woohoo!
Okay.
And pass the turn.
So that's 4 mana. So the strip mine does make colorless, I guess, right? Because that's 3 mana and then 1. Oh yeah. So here I had. So the minerals, this black has no enchantment kill, artifact kill. But he does have a card like this, like has artifact, it makes damage, right? So it does disrupt artifacts, but that's just one card, right? So traditionally black has very few or no answers to enchantments and artifacts. So a lot of decks playing the Venerals. There's actually my mono black deck. I had none of them here. Main deck, I had them. I think in the sideboard, I'm opting now for probably at least one in the main deck because I'm seeing the value of it. But now he can, so that destroys all non-land permanents. So he's going to kill my creature, my stuff, but he's also going to kill his Underworld Dream when he plays it.
Oh yeah, untap. 1 damage from my draw. Shit. Tundra, yeah. Attack for 4.
I'll take 4.
Yeah. Pass 4 cards. That's the card you put in.
Oh no, that was in there.
Oh,
yeah,
I thought he sideboarded it.
Did I put in the fireball? Yeah, I put in fireball.
Okay.
Let's see. Another city.
Mm-hmm.
See, so in this game, I haven't done the best job at land kill. I don't think have I killed anything? Like 1 maybe? He has 4 mana right now.
I'm pass.
All right. Take my damage, 16 for my draw. Oh, fuck. All right. Attack.
So I attacked and I was fully expecting him to blow it up right there.
I'll let it through. No blocks.
Oh, all right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap. Yeah, tap, tap. So that's a white, colorless. Yeah, let's go for it. Disenchant this.
All right, yeah, now I'm gonna pop it.
All right.
So I wanted him to pop it because I had I think another Urnum in my hand. So I couldn't play the second one because he has one. And I thought he was already going to blow it up because I already had an Urnum. So I preferred for him to just blow it up now. And plus he also killed his Underworld Dream. Wiped the board, but I still had that Urnum there. So I'm going to now tap the Soul Ring before it dies, float mana to have the mana for the Urnum.
I will pay 2. I will get 2 colorless as everything dies. So I got 2 colorless floating. 3, 4. Urnum. Pass. 3 cards again.
Ooh.
Maze of Ith. I'm gonna take 2, and I'll play Haunting Winds.
Ooh, I'm not familiar with that card.
So anytime an artifact becomes tapped or activated, you take a point of damage.
Okay, only the opponent or any player?
Only the opponent.
Okay, oh. Is that a black or an artifact?
Well, no, I would take damage too. So if I activated a factory and attacked, that would be 2 points of damage because I've activated the factory and tapped it.
Tapped it. Okay, all right. But I was asking if that's a black card, right?
Yeah, I was like surprised it's a black card, right? Because here, it looks black, right? But it's kind of grainy. I maybe thought it could have been an artifact. I just wanted to confirm, because it's such an oddball card, but it is a black card.
Yeah, it's black.
Okay, I'm just curious. All right, sounds good.
In my opinion, it's grossly underpriced. So it's from Antiquities.
Oh, Antiquities. Okay, yeah, and underplayed and everything's I don't even recall that card. Oh, cool.
I will pass the turn.
And it's black, right? So yeah, that's surprising. Like, wait, is that an artifact like black? Okay, so my regular draw, yeah,
No damage.
yep, yep. Keep on double checking that. So, doesn't even matter. 2, 3, 4. Another Urnum. Now let me play a line. 2 cards in hand. The fuck? Yeah, another 7. Shit, I drew all of them. All right.
So here I have to play an extra Urnum because I didn't get the land kill to kill the Mace of F. I didn't even attack. So I have to have an extra creature, but then I also place into his hands if he had another Nimble Neurals this. But I believe he told me he only had that one. So he was gonna cast another one, but of course I don't know that. So this is, to me, it seemed like a gamble right now.
2 cards in hand.
Him. Yeah, look, he has 5 mana. Like, it barely killed any land.
For the face. Well, I'm fucking going for it. I'll take a point.
Yep. 7.
I'll him to Turok you.
Good call. Another Urnum insert. I was hoping you wouldn't. Like I was.
So you see, in this one, I did get the creatures, but then I didn't get much land kill, right? So it's like one or the other. In the other one, I definitely crippled his mana base, but it took me so much card draw to get enough creatures. Like my Lino Rolls did like 10 damage to him.
I was gonna. Yeah. If you didn't kill my land, my artifacts, yeah, that was coming up a lot sooner.
Yeah, if he hadn't killed that, I think I would have casted both of those cards this next turn if he hadn't hemmed them.
I will strip one of your Savannas.
All right, I guess the untapped one is the one you want. All right.
And I will pass the turn.
All right, untap, 1 draw. Well, I mean, I'll cast it no matter what. Before Ivory Tower, doesn't matter. I'm in 0 cards in hand. Attack for 4.
Yeah, I'll untap one of them.
All right.
I'm at 2.
All right. Once again, I have you at 3, but yeah, you can double check on the thing.
Yeah.
All right, go for it. Your turn. 0 cards in hand.
Fuck. You got it. I drew a Mind Twist.
But I have no cards by that point. And he was at 2, so I was, even with the Mace of If, I was gonna get 4.
I had Tsunami in hand, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah, and I barely got any blue this time. Yeah, I actually have Tsunami on my own. I played against another opponent and it wrecked them.
Yeah, oh, it's so good.
All right, so that's the end of the video. So I'd like to thank Steven for recording it. And it was a fun match. So finally got a game on camera. So I might choose to, right? You always have to ask permission, right? So he asked me permission beforehand, and I agreed, right? Very happily agreed. So now it's right there in the record, and now I just reviewed it, right? So it's a pretty cool experience, pretty cool video. Hopefully, there'll be more to come of you guys. For anyone curious, right? Like I've been, I initially had the intention to also, just like I'm documenting, like almost every step, every card I buy, right? Every purchase I make, big or small. I was initially, when I first started the channel, I was also thinking that I was going to document a good amount of my games played. But after a while, first of all, like, it was going to be tiring to do all that in addition. But like, I didn't feel like, it felt like that was like its own thing. Like this channel is more about, what it means to join old school, right? What it takes, right? And then I use my example of building an Armageddon deck. Since then, I built other versions of Armageddon, but then I've now have my mono black. I also have the deck that I've played, that I've built. I'm missing like a couple of components, but it's basically like 95% there, right? And I've already played a couple games with it, so it's a pretty fun deck to play. Right, so I've branched out since then, but still with the goal of, this is what I'm buying. This is, these are the prices. This are the cards that I get. Here's the packages. I'm opening them up, right? So that's why I kind of like became disillusioned with the idea of also documented the games, because like the games are based off what I bought, as opposed to like if somebody else buys different cards, they would just get, they will make a different deck, right? So I felt the deck that I made in particular didn't matter too much, because it was more about the purchasing of the cards. That was the important, right? So I was using that as an example of it. If you want to build an Armageddon deck, this is the prices that you're probably going to be paying. These are the cards that you're going to be needing. This is the process of purchasing them, receiving them, checking them out for any errors and such, for the ads to coincide with the purchase, that the actual cards that you received, right? And I've already had some cases which I've documented of those discrepancies, right? Even in this video, right, there was some tiny minor discrepancies. That's to be expected, right? But I didn't know that when I first started. Right now, this doesn't bother me barely yet, right? Unless it's like a more expensive card, then yeah. Right. So that was all to say that like I have not focused at all in recording videos of me playing matches. So that's why I really appreciate this one, because it's the only one thus far. I might personally ask this more often. We'll see, right? Like it's like on the back burner. Like it's not a big deal, because I already have enough on my plate with life, and this Magic is, for me, is more like an escape from the day-to-day grind. And if I have to feel like I have to record things, and then I gotta post it, like it feels like it's becoming homework, as opposed to an escape. But every now and then that would be fun, right? If I did it consistently, then yeah, it'd be a chore. But every now and then it's fun. So like in this case, I thank Steven again for recording it. It was fun to review it. I've actually watched the video a couple times, right? Because I kind of I like seeing the plays that I did, seeing the plays that he could have done instead. So, I learned from both ends. So it's an interesting thing. Hopefully you guys got something out of it, and we'll see if I make either an opponent that, if that ever happens again, another opponent records it, I'll definitely be reviewing it. But I'll see, maybe I take the initiative to maybe ask as well. We'll see. But at least I leave that that possibility open. But that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Hope you got something out of it.